Hey you guys, welcome back to the channel. Oh my goodness, we got to talk about this and this whole thing within the past 24 to I guess 48 hours with regards to Zach Freeman when it came to Bao, Michaela, and then this new girl that's introduced to allegedly Elena. So before we jump into this, if you're new here, hit that subscribe button, turn on your notifications. If you like the video, smash the like button and feel free to drop a comment down in the comment section below. So you can always pause because it's a lot of clips of notes and text messages. So do as you please. So we're going to start off first talking about Zach. He decided to do, I guess, a Q&A, which didn't last long. Again, he talked about people were asking about why he, was crying on the show in the season. And, he pretty much gave his responses in regards to that. Somebody asked him also about his vows, which, okay, that's fine. So these are just some of the things that he addressed in the Q&A that he did on IG. Now, the interesting thing about all of this is some of the things about Michaela and the night of their first incident, that big fight where we saw her leaving the apartment. She got upset. She claimed she didn't know and that, he wasn't transparent on, where he was. And I remember him dropping a comment in another vlogger's account that he was going to explain it once the season is over with. Now, this is where he does that. And if you want to pause right here, pretty much he made it known to her what his plans were. But for whatever reason, how it played out on screen was totally opposite. It shows a lot to, I don't know if the production team played upon that or not, because according to what we show in these text messages and in some of the conversations that was had with regards to Michaela and Zach, what we saw was totally different than what was going on behind the scenes. Another thing that came up in regards to this was the whole thing about whether or not he was sleeping with her throughout the season. And taking that whole romantic thing off the table, which is these several clips here. And again, you can pause and take a look and read all of this if you like. Because if I did that, we would probably have a 40-minute video. So I wanted to at least touch on some of these things. But from the conversations that had been had between them, it seemed like they took the sex off the table. There is in this particular video, a little video clip of them actually talking about that together. Now, I think it was cut out from what we saw on the show, which confused a lot of people, because, editing and Married at First Sight, they're trying to create drama in order to keep the show going, right? And get you guys excited. But this guy, obviously, he wanted to clear his name in this regard. And a lot of people were like, well, why are you still sleeping with her if you didn't want to be with her and you kept doing it and this, that, and the third? And we heard stuff at the reunion about, oh, he'll lie about this, that, and we did sleep together and he was saying that they didn't. Well, I guess the clips show otherwise, and also the video that was made as well, because pretty much they wanted to move around as friends and get to know each other. And I find that very interesting, that what was presented versus what, what he's saying here. So I'm glad he recognized the issues with his communication. But listen to this video.
It definitely hurts. If we don't sleep in the same bed, we're less.
How does it hurt? We're not doing anything in the bedroom. We're not cuddling. We're not touching each other. Like, we're literally next to each other.
It's fun every time every time we get laid in the bed. It's fun.
On the way to sleep.
If we ever in the bed at the same time and we're not going to sleep, then we are talking, like joking around. That's just a fact. I don't know why you acting like it's not.
It is a fact.
So
we can also do that here, like we were before. So why is it not okay to do that now when it was okay to do it before?
Why? I don't understand why
you
want to switch up anything.
Still be the same. Like we were sleeping in separate beds. Like before the 1 month, we had a great 1 month. We had to sleep in the same bed, and then since then we just had to sleep.
We
in the
didn't
same
have to
bed,
do anything.
Right?
We didn't have to.
So ultimately, of course, they didn't stay together after decision day, and they moved forward away from each other and ultimately headed toward divorce. So that was pretty much the end of their interaction, but he wanted to make sure that he was able to clear all of those things up with Michaela. So now let's move on to this newest situation with Zach and Bao. Now, back on October 4th, I posted this video about were they dating, because there was a lot of speculations and tea that had came out that they were actually having some form of connection allegedly while they were married to other partners and having an interest with each other. And of course, we wanted to know what the heck was going on, you know. But of course, after the end of season 13, and I think even in the episode Where Are They Now, we found out differently. And he was even included with the family get together for putting up the tree. We see that, I kind of zoomed in on the cameo that they have. And then there's this woman, allegedly, Elena. So apparently, and you can read through all of the messages that's listed here, this young lady allegedly went to Reddit to post that, hopefully Bao isn't dating this guy because he's been sleeping with me. Allegedly. And I'm going to say allegedly because we also need to hear from Bao and we need to hear from Zach as well. However, according to a lot of this information, she was able to, I guess back in October, they had made a connection, this young lady allegedly along with Zach. And this was supposedly happening while he was dating Bao. Because remember, filming ended months ago. Even though we just saw it last week, the filming ended, I would assume, probably somewhere around maybe May or June. And then, of course, they had to do the reunion. October is when this alleged interaction with this young lady by the name of Elena happened. And there was things about, they had a conversation in DMs. There was allegedly some conversation about giving him oral sex. I don't know if YouTube will ban me for that or ding me, but you know what I'm saying. And that the fact that she was actually sleeping with him at the same time. Now, I don't know the timeline of Bao and Zach dating, but the reunion, I think, was filmed in August, if I'm not mistaken. So if they did get together in August and they were still up to get together allegedly, because we also need to know, are they exclusive? Were they dating? They were slowly coming out with details on Instagram, especially with what we saw with pictures. He and Bao. If she came along in October, then technically that timeline would be overlapping. Now, there's some questions out there whether this person is some type of clout chaser, if this was somebody related to Michaela and just was trying. We don't know any of that. We don't even know that this story is true. However, according to the way this is set up and the way that it looks, allegedly, she did get in contact with Bao, asking, this supposedly had happened, I guess, within the past 24 hours or so, where Bao was like, yeah, show me the receipts. And they were supposed to have some conversation, and she looked like, I guess based on her response, she was upset about it. So this is what we have. And there was one thing that I found interesting that this young lady had said to somebody else that she had a conversation, because then she goes into talking about how big his manhood or how small his manhood was. So, of course, we going left, and she felt that both of them, meaning her and Bao, have been used and cheated on, and, of course. And then she brought up the whole thing about how Bao got him is how you lose him, or lose them. How they got together is how you end up losing them. And so I guess that was a reference to the fact of how Bao and Zach got together while they were still, of course, married with other partners. Because allegedly, as stated in videos, probably not only mine, but others as well, that they were, connecting and having some, connections while still on set and everything. And so, of course, being that they're still married, that's exactly what she was referring to. Now, according to her, Zach allegedly told her that, he wasn't with anybody, and that since, he had ended with Michaela. Well, from what we saw, he was with Bao, according to what we saw. So it's messy. It really is messy. He hasn't posted any more because he had like 2,500 messages in his DMs when he opened up a Q&A for his IG stories. And he was going to, I guess, over the period of the next day or two or three, answer the most popular questions that he was receiving. Now, I'm surprised he's doing that, especially with things related to the show, because kinetic content usually don't allow the cast members to speak on anything. So I'm surprised that he spoke about what happened behind the scenes with them having sex or not having sex, and behind the scenes with everything that has happened with the whole first argument, because all that happened while on set. So I'm surprised he's opened up, but he hasn't said anything since then, and it's probably predicated on the fact of everything that has come out allegedly between Bao and this girl Elena, and what he has this overlap with the two of them with the relationships, so it's a crazy situation right now. And excuse my notifications, there's always something going on electronically in my world. So, but in this situation, I mean, it's messy. And honestly, I just think that whatever conversations that Bao and Zach need to have, because I think this girl is like 21, according to what she posted as her age. I know he's 28. But, the thing is that Bao and Zach, whatever conversation they need to have, they got to go and figure it out. I don't know what's going to happen in this situation with this girl, allegedly, Elena, who is making these accusations. And I mean, it's stirring up a frenzy on social media, because a lot of the fans already took issues with how he dealt with the whole Michaela thing. Michaela had some things that she needed to clean up too. So I mean, they're both got work to do. But then coming out of that, now being with Bao, allegedly dating, I don't know if they're exclusive, but either way, she had an emotional reaction to what this girl, allegedly Elena, had to say. Because again, if you saw in the post that's in this video, she posted Bao's response as well. So honestly, I just think they need to kind of take a step back from social media. They need to, kind of clean this up. Zach, obviously, he talked about the issues that he had, his avoidant issues, his communications issues, and hopefully he do the work. Michaela has been talking about her doing some self-help and some self-work as well. Bao, I don't know. She really hasn't talked much. I noticed she's been seeing a lot with her family right now. And we don't know much about allegedly this Elena woman, who is really putting the whole internet on fire with regards to the fact of being with her while allegedly, of course, being with Bao at the same time as he's dating her. And to put the receipts and everything out on social media, it's been a social media frenzy. I just think that they all need to take a step back, go, do some work in regards to some self-awareness and things like that. Michaela is doing it. She's already done start her work. Zach obviously needs to do some. And then these other two, Bao, whatever she needs to do with her family, with herself, she needs to do that. And I guess we'll get more information on whether this whole story from Elena, which is alleged at this point, is the truth or not. Or, if it is true, it doesn't look good for Zach right now. If it isn't, the truth is going to come out either way, but at the end of the day, I really truly think that these people need to kind of take a step back and, just have the conversations you need to have behind the scene and get this mess cleaned up, because other than that, your life is going to be on front stage on social media, and it's not going to be nothing nice. So like I said, stop. You can stop and read through, or pause the video to read through everything that you saw posted. If you want to take a look at some of the conversations, feel free to do that. And then other than that, I will keep you guys posted on anything that's coming up new. Gil is doing an IG live tonight at 7 p.m. Central Time. So you know I'm going to be there for that. I don't think he's trying to stay away from the Married at First Sight stuff. But still, I want to see what he has to talk about. And then, of course, I'm going to share that with you guys, whatever that is. And, have the open forum for you guys to talk about. So sound off in the comment section. Let me know what you think about everything that's transpired between Zach, Michaela, Bao, and allegedly this new girl, Elena. So I hope you have enjoyed this video. Like, comment, and subscribe. And we will see you in the next one.